right, in Chapter 9, pages 227 to 228, there's another section. Keep in mind we're talking about this organization. There's another section that's entitled Local Board of Education. Legal authority for operating local school systems is given to the local boards of education through state statutes. Most school boards in the United States are elected by popular vote in special nonpartisan elections in which candidates are not associated with a particular political party. You just have to live in the vicinity, live in the area that you want to be representing. That's one of the key points of interest here. They want you to be understand the area. So if you're going to be a school board member, you have to live in that precinct in which you want to be a part of. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. It is an elected a position, and you should see the elections in the paper. If you keep up with education at all, you'll see when it's time to elect those officers. The authority to employ teachers typically lies with the Board of Education. The final word, as we talked about just earlier. I'd be curious. I wonder how many of you know. Actually, just stop the movie and send me a text. Tell me how many school board members you know in your county, the county where you live. Tell me how many school board members that you know their names. I'm curious because I think we don't keep up with these things near as much because they're the ones that make us a lot of the decisions that trickle down to our school systems. And these are the only folks we actually get to vote for that perhaps could support or discourage some of the ideas that we wish was happening. We wish was happening in the school system. So if these are the elected officials, why are we not out voting yay or nay on them? So just text me and tell me how many school board members you know in your area, in your county. How many of the board members do you know? Okay, now go on down. I've also included on this one powers and duties of school boards. A school board's major function is the development of policy for the local school district, policy that must be in harmony with both federal and state laws. So a lot of times they're only doing what's being handed down, but still there's some things that the school board might implement that we wonder why they did. They're elected officials, remember that. These powers usually include the power to act as, obtain revenue, maintain schools, purchase sites and build buildings, because that's what we do. Purchase materials and supplies, organize and provide programs of study, employ necessary workers and regulate their services, admit and assign pupils to schools and control their conduct. All of that falls within the realms of the school board members that are elected. So these are very important that you remember. I can't emphasize the election part of this enough, because without that, if we don't know that, then we can't make changes, and then we have no room to complain about things when it doesn't happen like we think it ought to happen. These people have some huge responsibilities. These 7 areas that they are in charge of, that's some pretty major stuff. So do a little Google search and see how quickly, don't spend a lot of time, see how quickly you can find out what are the occupations of your local school board members. That's probably as easy as going on some kind of Google search, school board members in my area, and put your area in. I'd be curious to see what their occupation is. Do they have an education background? What do you know about them? Tell me what you can find out about your school board members. Text me your answers.